Giannis Katroupis here with Hoops World TV with your 2010-2011 season preview for the Sacramento Kings. It was a rough season last year for head coach Paul Westphal in his debut as the Sacramento Kings head coach. They finished 25-57. They were very competitive early on, but late in the season, the losses really started to pile up. But there's a real big reason to be hopeful, and that's Rookie of the Year, Tyreke Evans, who they got with the 4th overall pick in last year's draft. Tyreke was absolutely stellar in a draft class that had a lot of strong guard play. Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors and Milwaukee Bucks point guard Brandon Jennings, very deserving of the Rookie of the Year honors, but it was Tyreke that came away with the hardware. One of the big reasons behind their lack of success last year was they didn't have enough size inside, and they really struggled with points in the paint and rebounding the basketball. So that was the priority going into the offseason. They immediately addressed it by acquiring veteran center Samuel Dalembert from the Philadelphia 76ers. They traded away Andres Nocioni, who demanded a trade from the team. After getting Dalembert, the Kings continued to further improve their front line in the draft by getting DeMarcus Cousins early on in the lottery and getting a steal late in the second round, early in the second round in Hassan Whiteside. Now let's start with talking about DeMarcus Cousins, because there's a whole lot to like and then there's some not to like. Let's start with what you should like. The big man is extremely physical. The strength of opposing big men is not going to get him away from his game. What could get him off of his game is that he's a little bit temperamental. He's got to stay calm and he's got to be collected, because when he's under control, he's one of the most physically talented big men to come into the league in the past 10 years. If he can be an impact player in year one, the Sacramento Kings could be very good next year, a lot better than people are expecting them to be. They really have an Oklahoma City Thunder feel about them with the amount of young talent that they have. If DeMarcus Cousins can have a big impact in year one like Tyreke Evans did last year, that's a 1-2 punch that is going to make this team very formidable in the Western Conference. Now, somebody has to step up and be a leader on this team. DeMarcus Cousins, he's not a leader. He's a guy that needs a leader there by his side, and Tyreke Evans is on the record already saying that he wants to be that guy. Now, usually second-year guards aren't typically the leaders of a team, especially a team looking to go from the lottery to the playoffs, but Tyreke Evans is a special type of player with a whole lot of potential. So if he can be ready for that role, Sacramento Kings could be a team that is very pesky next year. Playoffs, probably a little bit unrealistic, but the young talent there is great. They've got a lot of flexibility in the future. They're under the cap with room to make some big moves if they want to. So the future is very bright in Sacramento, although they don't look like a top 8 team in the Western Conference right now. With your 2010-2011 season preview of the Sacramento Kings, I'm Giannis Katroupis with Hoops World TV.